Vine opened one eye. It was dark except for the glow coming from the side lamp. She was in her bed, basically trapped under her husband's huge arm. She couldn't sleep, so she acted like she was sleeping because otherwise her husband would never sleep himself. He looked so peaceful having her in his arms, as if he could face the world like that. Vine slowly slipped out from under his arm. It was a real struggle. It took her a whole 8 minutes to do that, just to be careful enough to not wake him up. Once she succeeded and got on the bed, she did a little happy wiggle and stepped out of the room. Wine. The word is ours, my champion. What shall we eat now? She rubbed her belly. She was 3 months pregnant. She left the kitchen and started looking around for something to tame her late night cravings. She blamed her pregnancy for that, even when most of the time she is not hungry, she just wants to eat. And when these cravings hit her, she would become such a picky eater. Nothing would satisfy her. She went through all kind of sweets and spicy things Jungkook always kept in the fridge for her, whenever she wanted to have them. But she closed shut the fridge, crossing her arms. Until an idea hit her. She grabbed a stool and stepped over it, trying to get the pickle from the upper cabinet. She was suddenly picked up by someone. Had to be her husband. It was so quick, she screamed. Jungkook placed her down over the counter and looked at her with a glare. His hair were all ruffled up, and no ounce of sleep in those eyes, only anger. Vian sulked, after all the time she took to make sure he didn't wake up. Jungkook, what do you think you're doing on that stool? Do you know how dangerous it is for you and the baby? Vian, I just wanted the pickle. She pouted and looked down, sulking even more. Jungkook, you could have waked me up, Vian. He was still mad, and she knew it was mainly because he was worried about her. Vian, I don't want to. You already work a lot whole day, and then come back home just to take care of me. I wanted you to rest. Jungkook, it doesn't work like this, Vian. What if you slipped and fell? Things could have turned out so wrong. I almost had a heart attack there. Vian, sorry. I won't do that. He huffed and looked away. One held his shirt and pulled him close, trying to convince him. Vian, I'm sorry. Look, you protected me. I won't do that again. I'll be careful, I promise. He sighed and got the pickle from the cabinet and gave it to her. Jungkook, do you want something else? Wine. Ice cream. That was a weird combo, but Jungkook knew better to question that. She always came up with the most weird food combinations. At this point, he was too used to them. He quietly got the ice cream for her and watched her take one bite of the pickle and then another one of ice cream. Things were normal until she placed a piece of pickle on ice cream and moved the bite in front of his mouth. There was no way she was expecting him to eat that right. He looked at her awkwardly, receiving a death glare, and took the bite. Wine. See, baby, Daddy had it too. Jungkook gulped it down and put on a forced smile. Jungkook, yeah, it was good. Wine, really? Then you should have more. I knew it. It's really good. He was dumbfounded there. Could he just bang his head against the wall for a moment, please? Jungkook, come on, it's for you. I'm already full, and if I eat now, I won't be able to wake up on time. Wine, we'll eat your part then. He sighed internally out of relief and got beside her. Wine leant her head against his shoulder, enjoying her ice cream, and so the sleep had finally started to appear in her eyes. Jungkook, don't sneak out again next time. I won't be so generous. Wine, you know you're really scary when you do that. Jungkook, I'll be more if you repeat it, princess. No excuses will work anymore. She finished her food and threw her hands up in the air. Wine, alright, sir, daddy, husband. As you say, Wine extended her arms and Jungkook picked her up easily, kissed her forehead before he proceeded to kiss her on the lips. She smiled, closing her eyes, and he took her back to her room. She couldn't sleep whole night, but now she was already in her dreamland. Just having his company always brought her so much relief, as if, no matter what happened, she didn't have to care about a thing. He would take care of it all for her. He placed her down on the bed, removing his shirt, and got beside her, wrapping his arm around her sleeping figure, and gently took her to his chest. which warmed up. She was his salvation. If he could, he would hide her from the war and keep her in his arms forever.